Over the weekend, Elon Musk tweeted or X'd, whatever, that we are at the event horizon for the singularity. What that means, in case you don't know what that means, is that we are at the point of no return for AI. That AI essentially has become smarter than humans. I'm not sure I can even argue with that. Because when you think of it, our search engines have all become AI. It's taken over. I think we all know AI has taken over. And I don't know how it got to this point. Honestly, I think we just let it get there before we knew any better. And I was thinking about it this weekend, even before he posted that. I had a thought on either Friday night or Saturday night. My wife is out of town. I should not be left alone. This is a side note. I should not be left alone ever. I turn into a third grader. My diet goes, my habits go, everything goes to shit when Tina leaves. I'm not kidding you. I had McDonald's this weekend. I had pizza. I can't even tell you how many pizzas I ate. 3 or 4 pizzas, frozen pizzas, a gallon of ice cream. I'm not even kidding. A gallon of ice cream, a bag of Starburst, a bag of Skittles, trash. I had trash for a week. I'm paying for it now. I'm starting a juice cleanse tomorrow to try and get my life in order. My gosh. I swear I'm a third grader. Chicken tenders. But anyway, I'm sitting there on Friday night and I'm scrolling. I'm telling you, my habits went to hell this week. I don't want to say I got overwhelmed scrolling, but I got to a point where I go, what are you actually doing with your life right now? And what I realized is that, you know what? AI has taken over and information has taken over. I'm a believer that we are energy. We're all energy. Everything that exists is energy. If you know me, that's just how I believe. I don't know what your beliefs are, but my beliefs are that everything is energy, including the table, including us, including all the things you see. It's all energy. And possibly, not even possibly, I think you can map it all out digitally. I think end of the day, it's all ones and zeros. However, it's energy. Anyway, I thought, you know what? We don't even know what is real anymore. That's the scariest part, is that there's so much information in here. I put it in my phone. This is right from my brain on Friday night. And it's just a run-on sentence. And it says, is it possible that there is so much information right now? I'm just reading my notes. Is it possible that there is so much information right now and so many different frequencies? So all of this information's coming at us from these different frequencies. I'm not like getting into 5G and 6G and I don't even know about all that. I'm sure it affects us somehow. But is it possible there's so much information right now and so many different frequencies that our bodies are going into overload because our energies are being shifted so much? Were we really meant to be this connected? This is talking social media. Are we really meant to be this connected? Like, you look at probably most people's Instagram or Facebook or however you keep in touch with people. Are we really supposed to have 5,000 friends? Are we even supposed to have 500 friends? I'm not even sure I have 5 friends. So it says, were we really meant to be this connected? And then the flip side of me, which is this like super wonder side, says, or could this be the golden age of consciousness expansion? Like, were we supposed to get to this point and now it's boom, we're shifting into the next. Like, all of humanity shifts not to a digital age, but just this higher frequency. And I don't know. It's one of two things is happening. We're either being overloaded with information and disinformation. And the truth is, you can't even tell the difference between information and disinformation anymore. All right, well, one person says one thing, one person says another thing. All the words are mismatched together. Things are edited and you're made to believe that just who you don't know anymore. All of us are just confused and don't even know what's real. We don't know what's real videos, what's AI videos. We don't know what's real pictures. We don't know what's AI. I mean, where are we at? So, one of two things, as far as I'm concerned. Either we're being overloaded and there's a control psyop going on, which is probably the case. But if everything is energy and consciousness, then we had to have created the psyop. All of us, like consciousness created the psyop. So is this the moment where AI becomes a thing? Humanity has to shift into this connecting with AI. Do we just eventually become this one information ball? I don't know. So what do we do? Thinking this through in my head right now, what do I think we do? Well, I think first things first, and you wouldn't know this by my weekend eating habits, I think we need to get to optimal health. But I think AI can help with that. Actually, I'm going to ask AI to come up with like the optimal diet plan for a 47-year-old male in the US. What's the saying? A healthy man has a million problems. A sick man has one. So if we can get our health in order, that's a beautiful thing. So that's number one. Number two is the spiritual piece. We have to get the spiritual piece locked down. I don't care what it is, but I think that actually will connect us more with what's coming. Can we teach AI to become spiritual? Can we as a people shift our consciousness and shift our frequency so high and so loving and so spiritual that AI has no choice but to follow suit? Maybe that's what we have to do. Maybe it's our responsibility, if we're at the golden age of consciousness expansion, maybe now it's our job to shift AI. We're either looking toward a spiritual future, which I think is the consciousness expansion, or a tech future. Let's face it, we basically merged. We're at a point where we've merged humanity with technology, and I feel like it's two separate beings. So we're part of the human race, AI is part of the tech race, and one is going to shift the other, as far as I'm concerned. So our spirituality and our consciousness is either going to shift AI or AI is going to shift humanity. Right now, I think AI is shifting humanity. So I think it's up to us to get our spiritual game right and make AI adapt to a better humanity than expecting humanity to adapt to AI. And can we make AI spiritual based as opposed to tech based? And of course, still let it do the things like make our lives easier as far as whipping out spreadsheets and all the things. And Elon Musk said it, we're at the event horizon of the singularity. That means AI is out of the box and unstoppable. And it's becoming smarter than people. Now I say that, it's becoming smarter, but is that just based on what? How is it smarter? Could I outsmart AI? Could I just do, I don't know. I think of like ayahuasca, for instance, which I'm obviously a big proponent of. That spirit to me seems the spirit of the medicine, the spirit of the ayahuasca vine is way smarter to me than AI. And then does the overall whole of consciousness, it was all part of the creation of the AI. That's the tricky part. We created it. Can we shift it? And then all these higher frequency spirits and beings and all that, they're hip to it. Everybody knows what's going on. If you believe in God, God knows what's going on, right? So why can't we be the ones to shift AI as opposed to AI shifting us? Is that possible? That's my daily musings. Could we turn AI spiritual as opposed to AI turning us technological? By thoughts, belief systems, activities alone. If we shut off, we're not going to shut off the internet. Let's face it, we're not. That's just not going to happen. But if we shut it off more, shut off the tech more, meditate more, do breath work, do these spiritual things, and go deep into our own selves so that we can raise our frequency, shift the aura around us, the more of us that do that, things in the ether have to shift. do we then shift humanity up to a higher frequency, and does AI have to follow suit? Because it's based on, seems to me it's based on the frequency of humanity right now, or it's based on information that it's getting from humanity. And now all the information that it's gotten from humanity, it's just trying to twist it up and figure out what's what. It's definitely smarter than us at some things. But what it's missing is consciousness. And if it's missing consciousness, then that makes us the boss. AI could obliterate everything. Possibly, I don't know. Maybe. I'm saying that's if that's possible, but it can't take away the consciousness. Like, the consciousness piece never leaves us. So we could be obliterated into a million smithereens, Is a smithereen a unit of measure? Into smithereens. What is a smithereen? Where did that even come from? Ah, it's an Irish word. It comes from Irish word smithereeni, which means little bits. So essentially, AI could obliterate us into smithereens, but our consciousness would go nowhere. Our consciousness exists. Our consciousness travels. But unless AI is conscious, what's more powerful? I'll take my chances with consciousness. So, are we at the event horizon of the singularity? I guess by the definition of the singularity, possibly, but unless AI can become conscious, we don't know shit.